I seen the faces before they come. I seen the faces before they come. Pedros are prattling. As they run, hear the roar. I am plumb. I seen the faces. Move. And then we go. See their faces.
You told me also many years ago you play chess and paint. What kind of influence does it have on your beatboxing?
This is genuinely one of my secrets. For the past 6-7 years, I've had my music, my art, and my chess. And it's a triangle. The reason I think I stay inspired is that if you think of that triangle and my music, my art, and my chess, I'm never ever doing all three at the same time in my life. It's only ever two. So if I'm doing music and chess, I'm having a break from my art. So that maybe like a couple of weeks pass where I haven't done any drawing, I've stopped, I've made sure there's space. So what happens is after some time, I only draw when I go, I've got a good idea. Now I want to draw. And for some reason, when I start drawing, if I start getting into drawing again, chess or beatboxing will fall off. And what's so great about this is it keeps you inspired. If you only do one thing, you're kind of always pushing it and you're trying to achieve in it and you're trying to improve and you're beatboxing. You can't do this. It's like a muscle. If I kept lifting away forever, eventually my arm would break and I'd be like, I can't be bothered anymore. Yeah. You need to have this cycle. So it's very important to have other things, many other things that keeps the flow of your excitement. You have to be excited and inspired. Otherwise the way I play, the way I draw and the way I beatbox, I don't want to go too much into it. It's a very similar process. I can feel the similarity, and the way I draw and the way I just start somewhere and it will grow and develop, and these huge freestyle drawings I do, it's so similar to when I do my big performances. There's a structure in place, but I build and add. So if I go, I look at your eyes and I see how you respond to it and your reactions, and then from that I'll think, and adding on, so this neck part, when I draw a huge image, I'll start with a face, and then from the face will come a horn, and the horn is poking another person in the face, which will then turn into leaves and the tree, and then it'll all develop and grow. It's the exact same process. Being able to have an idea, and this is going to be a very important thing for any creative person, be it a beatboxer, artist, or musician, you have to be able to clearly make your point. And when I was being on stage all the time and slowly learning how to manage large numbers of people, being able to have 5,000 people and make them all feel really involved, like how you carry yourself and your tone of your voice and your hands and the clothes you're wearing, feeling how that affects people, there was something about that I started to become more and more interested in. And at first that just helped my show, but then all of a sudden I realized being able to be on stage and control that many people, it started to bleed over into my words and speaking, and I realized that I can walk into any room, any person, any age, from any background, and feel like I really enjoy trying to understand them and communicate effectively. So I've started to do these lectures and talks on beatboxing, making people, you'd have a lecture room with 800 people who are university students, professors, scientists, normal backgrounds, all kinds of different people, and speak about beatboxing in a way that makes them go, oh wow, I've never thought of it like that. I didn't know people could do that with their voice. I didn't know there was so much potential in it.
You speak about ADD. So why is this something very important for you to tell people about?
In school, there are many labels, and when I was in school myself, when I was very young, I was diagnosed with dyslexia and ADD. By the time I was 16, they then said, oh, actually, no, you don't have this. These labels are very powerful things and they make people feel a certain way in school. And to make something very clear, I feel there is nothing wrong with having a certain attention span. Everybody's minds work very differently. So if you think of someone with dark skin and someone with light skin, if you think of all the variations of possibility between those two people, there is nothing that says it cannot also exist for how all of our minds work. But these labels are very on and off. You have, you don't have. And I personally feel that this is incorrect. And I think it's incorrect how it can make young people feel with labels like attention deficit disorder. So I have a very short attention span, but the labels I was given when I was young, I did not let define me. I did well in school. And my need for information is 100% why I beatbox, play chess, make music and paint the way I do. And I think this is a very beautiful thing. So I've wanted to celebrate this.
Yeah.
So my exhibition is called Attention Deficit Order. The things that I was told, ADO, the things I was told when I was young that were maybe a negative because it meant that the way they were trying to give me information in school, it wasn't ideal for, is something that I am so happy I've had. Like, even though I've been told that I now don't, I was undiagnosed, the point is all of our minds work in very unique and special ways, and no one should ever be told that how their process is, how they want information is incorrect. Actually, those labels are not the most helpful things in the world, and when you leave school, when you leave education, you need to stop and think, wait, no, what is my natural flow? How does my mind naturally work? And you should be proud of that and find the strengths instead of trying to fight these things, which happens a lot in America with medicine, Ritalin. Some of the people I spoke here today, they try and make you take a medicine to not correct, not fix, to adjust. It adjusts your mind. And this is a very controversial thing, and I don't know whether we should include this in the video, but I personally feel there's something to be said for if you're taking medicine to try and change the natural flow of your mind, it's not that dissimilar from someone trying to take medicine to change the color of their skin. Who you are is who you are, and you should be proud of this. And I think it's a very, very important thing. So I want to kind of highlight this a little bit.
When I pull my trigger, figure all you fuckers hit the